I asked everyone in this room what is the purpose of life, most, if not everyone, will most likely have a different answer. What if I told you there's only one true answer to this question? The main purpose of our life is to worship God alone without associating any partners or deities to Him. I have learned this answer through Islam, which was conveyed to us by the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Not only have I learned this answer through him, but also he taught me to know that Islam is not only a religion, but a complete way of life. So first, I would like to give you guys a brief info about the Prophet Muhammad and the challenges he had to face in order to spread the message given to him. Then I would like to share certain moments in my life in which his teachings helped me overcome. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was born in Mecca, which is located in current-day Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, on April 571 CE. But he didn't become a prophet and messenger until he was at the age 40. And from there on, he was sent to all of mankind to convey to us the message, which is to worship God alone without any partners or deities. He was known amongst his tribe and people as Al-Amin, which means the trustworthy one. However, most people in his region, including his own family, began to mock and ridicule and even hurt and harm him for his message, to worship God alone. He faced many difficulties and hardships, lost loved ones, being injured in battles, assassination attempts, hunger, and expulsion from his own motherland. Despite this, he still stayed patient and merciful and persevered to spread the message in which he was entrusted with. He taught Muslims how to pray correctly and worship God correctly. He also taught us how we should control our intentions and what that they mean for us. In one narration, he said, "Certainly, actions are considered based on their intentions, and everyone gets the recompense according to what he intended. So anyone whose migration is for God and His Messenger, his migration is for God and His Messenger." Collected by Sahih Muslim, chapter 11, verse 27. He also taught Muslims how to give to the poor, give charity and feed the poor and orphans, which is actually the fourth pillar of Islam. Throughout his 23 years of prophethood, he has set for me a clear and perfect example to follow. Everything he did throughout his life was recorded and maintained through texts and narrations that his followers and companions wrote, even on how he treated Muslims and non-Muslims, and taught us how to treat our parents and loved ones. He even set a perfect example on how to properly conduct a business, as he himself was a businessman throughout his prophethood, traveling throughout the Middle East and Europe. Finally, the most important thing he has taught me was how to stay patient through any hardship and calamity. When I was 19, I had a stroke and two open brain surgeries. It was caused by AVM hemorrhage, and as a result of that, I was temporarily paralyzed from my left body. I lost nearly everything. First, I lost my own body, I lost my friends, my loved ones, and my own confidence. I had to relearn things that you and I take for granted. Things like how to speak normally, how to move my fingers, how to move my arm, how to walk. Things that we take for granted. It took me more than 2 years for me to finally be able to move my left side of the body again, and how to walk back to normal. Although I'm not 100% fully recovered, it was the teachings that Prophet Muhammad gave me to stay patient and persevere, to keep moving forward and to do my best. Even today, I still stand here with physical difficulties due to the stroke and 2 open brain surgeries. Yet it was the same teachings of Prophet Muhammad that makes me stronger day by day and being able to face any challenges or difficulties that comes towards me. Also, as I've mentioned before, Prophet Muhammad was a businessman and encouraged charity to the poor and orphans. And I follow his footsteps by being able to launch my own perfume company, which is named Al-Fadl, which stands for the virtuous. Through his examples of how to conduct business, I'm able to apply it to my company and how to treat customers and still be able to keep their loyalty. And each year with the profits I make from this company, I'm able to give 2.5% of my profits to a non-profit organization or to a local foster care. Just by doing this, I fulfill one of the pillars of Islam, and at the same time, I feel good about myself and also satisfied all at the same time. As one can see, my whole life revolves around the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. By the way I deal with difficulties and calamities, business, and charity. Yet, I do all this by worshiping God alone without associating any partners or deities to Him. And I would like to end this with a verse from the Noble Quran. God says, "Do the people think they will be left to say, 'We believe,' and they will not be tested?" Chapter 29, verse 3.